we're gonna be doing today is I'm pretty much gonna be doing a review on my Monte Carlo here. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. You guys haven't seen this car in a minute. What we're gonna be doing today is I'm pretty much gonna be doing a review on my Monte Carlo here. I've never actually made one, ever. I'm kind of shocked that I have not made one at this point. I've had this car for like 4 years, and I pretty much just wanted to give you guys, see if some people were interested in buying one of these, if you should. This video is pretty much for you guys because this is the original channel car. Let's just say pretty much this channel was made because of this car. I wanted to upload some videos of this car, doing some polls. I don't know, I just really found it fascinating. I really wanted to do it, and it's turned into what it is now. Hold a bunch of different cars: the Avalanche, the Cobalt, the BMW, this Monte Carlo, obviously my Audi. All that other stuff has pretty much stemmed from the original idea of us just making a few videos over this car, because I don't know, I just really found it fascinating and I wanted to do it. I was gonna originally go with like a top 5 reasons on why you guys might want this car, but I'm leaning more towards like just in general reasons why you'd want this car. I'm gonna kind of do like a cinematic video as well. I'm gonna get some like rolling shots of me down the road. I don't know, this car never really got a proper review, and that's what today's video is gonna be. Now, initially, people buy these cars, obviously, because they are an LS powered car. It is front wheel drive. All of these were front wheel drive. There was never an option for rear wheel drive. This goes for this. The Monte Carlos, the GXPs, I think it's the Bonnevilles had something going on. There was another one in there that was front wheel drive only, but they had the exact same front suspension, subcradle, engine, transmission combination. Like, they had the exact same thing. It was the 5.3 LS4 with the same transmission as the, I think the 3.6s or the 3.8s. I forget what the V6 Monte Carlos and all those had, but the exact same transmission. This goes on with point number 1. This is going to be kind of like a pros and cons in one thing, which I think the number 1 con with this car, apart from it being front wheel drive, you know, if that's not your cup of tea, then so be it. But apart from it being front wheel drive, you can't do donuts and, you know, whatnot. But apart from that, they use the exact same transmission in the 6-cylinder Monte Carlos and everything, and then they just stuck it behind an LS4, a 5.3 LS4 that I think from factory makes like 320 horse and like a roughly the same torque, I think. So you can imagine if these transmissions could barely hold on with the 6 cylinders that were in front of them, what makes GM think that they're gonna hold on with a V8 right in front of it? Come on. Obviously they didn't. And these things are prone. That's the number 1 thing to look for if you're looking to buy one of these. Any of these that are front wheel drive LS4, any GM car from this time, you need to look and see if the transmission's slipping or anything, if it's been beaten on, the mileage, whatever it might be, because these things are hands down the worst transmission they could have thrown behind this car. They're garbage, they're awful from factory. You have to get them built if you want them to handle even stock power coming out of this LS. And in fact, from factory, they detuned these engines to help dampen it, so the transmission's not just blowing out of these things left and right to get past warranty. They literally did that solely to get past warranty, or to help at least. I still don't think they did for the most part. Awful transmissions. Get them built. If you like these cars enough, get one built. It'll last you. The one in this thing is rated for, I think, roughly 500 horse, and this thing's probably only putting out like 350, 375 to the wheels. I never actually got it tuned or dynoed, but I'm guessing it's roughly that number. Now, that's the one con I have with this car, the one main con I have with this car. I'm gonna go on with the pros now. So pros, it has a lot of room in the back for rear seat occupants. Now, if that's a important thing for you, you know, opposed to like a 5th gen Camaro, or especially the 6th gen Camaros. I actually just did a video on one of those. Click up here for one of those. This back seat has so much more space. It is night and day difference. You could easily put a full grown adult in the back seat of this car and they'd have no issues with headroom, leg room, with nothing. They got cup holders and everything. Really comfy back seats in these cars. A 5th gen Camaro, no room. I imagine it's the same for the Challenger and Mustang. Going off the initial point, it is an LS4. It has nice power for what it is. And these are a rarity. You are gonna be hard pressed to find one of these in good condition in years to come, because the people who did get these, they just drove them as everyday cars, and they drove them in the salt and whatnot, because they're front wheel drive cars, you know, good in the snow, whatever. But since they're already a limited production, you know, vehicle, then you got people driving them in the salt and they're all rusting away. That makes them even more rare. This one right here is a really nice example. That's why I don't drive it in the salt. I don't drive it in any of that. This goes away in the winter, comes out in the like the spring. I feel like these are actually gonna go up in value quite a bit due to how rare they are to begin with, and if you have a clean one. Now, if you're buying one of these cars opposed to like a Camaro or something like that, like a 5th gen Camaro, even a 4th gen Camaro maybe, you have to take into consideration, one, these are front wheel drive, and two, they do have pretty good power, but they are underpowered as compared to like the 5th gen Camaro. Now, a lot of people say this was mainly discontinued. The LS4, you know, Monte Carlo was discontinued solely because the 5th gen Camaro was coming out. They didn't want any competition with it, right? They wanted the Corvette and the Camaro, at least in that aspect of like the, you know, the nice sport muscle, whatever, V8 powered cars. I guess they didn't want this around anymore. And, well, they sure as shit went ahead with that. So if you're looking at a bone stock comparison between a 5th gen versus this Monte Carlo, bone stock, both are bone stock. You're looking at numbers here. The Camaro is going to beat it, but with simple modifications, you could easily tie the Camaro, if not beat him. Like I said, the transmission alone. Do a gear reduction in the transmission. I forget what they come with factory, but now it's like the equivalent of like a 373 gears technically. It's a transaxle, so it's, you know, it's a little bit different than normal with the back, with the axle in the back. It's a little bit different than that, but apart from that, it's about the equivalent to one of those once we got that done. Now 0 to 60 in these cars, it being front wheel drive kind of goes against it. Now as I say that, it's only because it's front wheel drive. So since the engine is transversely mounted in the engine bay, when it torques up like this, right? Since it's torquing up like this, it's wanting to pull the front wheels off the ground, which are the drive wheels. So not only are you fighting traction because they're not a super wide tire in the first place that you can even fit on these, but you're fighting literally the car wanting to pull up. It's really difficult to launch these correctly. You'd have to get like, I don't know, stiff springs in the back and like, I don't know, radials or slicks or something up front if you're doing like a drag strip to actually hook properly, because it really wants to pull the front of this car up. You have to keep that planted. So it's just a matter of actually finding out how to do that. I do know a cool road that I could do this on. I don't know if it's open per se, but dude, what the hell? What the fuck going on here? Great, now we're stuck behind freaking Bill Bob and his Ram Truck Month, yeah. Come on, bro. Guys, just for reference, this road is like 55. Everybody goes 60. This dude's doing 45. Slow as hell. I was gonna say this road. Dude, what is it? What is with this road today, brother? What the? They just don't want me recording today. That's what it is. God damn. They don't want it happening, bro. I might as well just scrap this whole video. Everything's going against the roller shots, man. Jesus. Go! My God! I'm gonna go this way. It's gonna take him about 2 years to get over here, so I could probably film a few videos. Well, a few clips. For the roller shots, I literally came this is like way out here, like middle of nowhere. Clearly there's a few houses here and there, but like compared to where I'm at, this is out there, right? So many people. So mainly, guys, in conclusion, do I think that you should buy one of these cars? Yes and no. I say yes if you want a practical sports car. I'm using air quotes here because, you know, sport muscle car, they kind of have lost their sense. Do I think you should buy this for a practical, quick, fun car? It could be your daily and it can also be your fun car, yes. Do I think you should buy this car solely if you're trying to build a fast car and you're trying to race people and beat people? No, I really don't think this is the good option, you know, chassis and everything to go with. If you're looking for an all-around good car and a fun car, yeah, do it. They handle all right. Remember, it's front-wheel drive, you know, so your drive axles are literally your steering wheels as well. But that's what I feel. If you're looking for a car like that, I feel like this is a perfect candidate for it. If you're looking for a good handling car, a good track car, like a, you know, drag, track, whatever car. No, especially if you're looking to autocross this car or throw it on a track or anything. No, it's front wheel drive. You're gonna have torque steer out the ass and you're gonna have to manhandle this thing around those corners. That's just the downfall of any front wheel drive car, really. Nothing you can really do about that. It's just by design, they're not good at that. You need a rear wheel drive car because you need to be able to kick the ass end out to help the car turn. That's pretty much why rear wheel drive cars are the best handling cars, because yeah, the rear wheels don't steer, but they kick the ass end out enough to assist the front tires in turning. So it's like this and not like this, because the back of the car is just getting pulled wherever the front of the car is instead of helping the car turn. The average guy, or even car guy in some scenarios, they don't know what's under the hood of this. And that could be, you know, some guy's got a bone stock Mustang and he's like, oh yeah, that's one of those V6 Monte Carlos, I can beat him. And you freaking smoke him, and then you pop the hood and you got an LS4 under there. He's like, whoa, you didn't tell me that. And I'm like, that's sock. True story, actually. But that's the coolest part about this car, in my opinion, and that's why I still have it, honestly. It's a cool niche little thing that nobody really truly knows about, but the people who do love them, like me. But anyway, guys, that's gonna conclude today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content coming over the channel. Probably a few more videos with this car until it goes away for the winter. Not too long until it actually does have to go away. So anyways, stay tuned for more videos coming over the channel. And as always, I'll see all you guys in the next one.